connect with the content and to conduct the SIP and to follow, rather to live by the proposals. We have this follow-up meeting every Wednesday from 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. and holistic health program is from 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. on Fridays. Now we have completed one cycle of the UHV 1 sessions by the last Wednesday's meeting. Today we will be restarting from session number 1. So it is good if new students are there, or if students somebody's mic is on mute, so yeah, so the teachers who are associated with these meetings can request their students also to join the program, because we are restarting the SIP, the UHV content of SIP sessions from today onwards. Today we will look into the session 1, which is welcome and introduction part. So along with that, we will discuss about also. Yeah, if in fact this is introduction of the teacher, and thereafter we go into the session 2, which is exploring our aspirations and concerns. All right. So if there are some students and those who wish to share something regarding your aspirations and regarding what you are expecting from these sessions, how to go about this with this weekly meetings, you can have sharing. The usual content is we will take sharings from the students, questions from students, and also we conduct some content session, and then sharing by the student participants towards the end. This is how we go about. Teachers also can share, but preferably since this is meeting for the students, if students are joining, they can share. And this is also live streamed in the YouTube channel. So there is opportunity for the students to see this in the YouTube channel, and later the recording will be available in the YouTube channel of SIP, NCCIP, so they can see it later also. Okay, with this brief introduction, let me go into the session of today. SIP, the Student Selection Program, we have 9 modules. And the first module is universal. Will be discussed within 15 to 25 hours. There are 15 sessions in this Universal Human Values 1, which we discuss with the students. So the time required for conducting these sessions depends upon the exploration part. The purpose is to initiate this self-exploration in the students. They also will be having this exploration with them, but we can give them some proposals to this universal human values, the universal values, I would say, in the form of proposals, and let them explore by themselves. Let them channelize, let them focus their exploration through this proposals of universal human values. We help them to see this natural acceptance, which is there with every human being, innate with every human being, and invariant of time, place, or person. So looking at the proposals through the natural acceptance and try to verify them through their own. This is what we focus at in the beginning. So before I go into all this, let us see how this is conducted. The module 1 of the Universal Human Values 1, module 1 of the SIP, which is the Universal Human Values 1. Well, we have discussions on the other 8 modules also in brief when we have this FDPs, the faculty development programs, for the faculty members, how to conduct this SIP part. So I'm not going to go into that. So here we focus upon the UHV 1 part. Now, The purpose of this conducting the universal human values in SIP is to have a smooth transition of, especially that is of SIP itself, not even the UHV alone, but the conduct of SIP is to have a smooth transition of the students from their school curriculum to the higher education curriculum, higher education, the college, as well as the curriculum, as well as the deliverables which are there in the institution. So to familiarize them with the new institution, the prevailing scenarios over there, and to make it like a family atmosphere. This is the purpose of the students induction program. So they will not feel out of place. Students may be coming from different backgrounds, different places, with different apprehensions, different fears, and also plenty of aspirations in them. So this aspirations, fears, their apprehensions, everything will be discussed in the second session of the universal human values. And in the first session, we will let them at ease through the welcome and introduction part. Yeah, so by conducting this SIP for the 21 days, the first 21 days of their admission or their joining into the institution, help them to see that the institution is not odd as far as they are concerned, or not very unfamiliar to them, and they become part whatever culture they say, cultural exchange, whatever cultural, let's say, arts form which they're familiar with, there is opportunity for them to depict this on stage. All these opportunities are there, and we have this talk by eminent persons around. So there are and also yoga practices or holistic health practices every day. So importance is given to holistic development. That is what we are discussing in this universal human values and SIP, holistic development. So development is that of the self. So we introduce this self and body only in the fourth session on this. So before that, we have to discuss with the students regarding the aspirations, concerns, how to go about this aspirations and concerns, fears, how to resolve, how do you get the solution. It is not the solutions that are given, but it is how, say, what to do part and how to do part, how to separate these two out, and how to find out solutions by themselves. This is what we discuss, right? And we will ask the students, or we will let the students to share at any point of time. Whatever they share is there based on their exploration, and that is true for them. So there is no wrong answer in any kind of a question here. There is no wrong response to any question or any poll which we discuss here. So whatever they tell will be true as far as they are concerned, because it is their current level of exploration. But we help them to explore if it is not in line with the natural acceptance. That is what the teachers can do, and that is what the students also can come in line with. All right, now I go into the sessions of the UHV 1 of the SIP. In session 1, we start with the welcome and introduction part. So here, we start with the introduction of the teacher. So the teacher, whoever is teaching the content, will be having a certificate of the introductory workshop of universal human value FDP, and exploration, that is also required. So teacher will be having a current level of competence, current level of sanskar, which would have been improved through the environment which the teacher is getting through introducing to the proposals, and the self-exploration of the teacher. So the current sanskar plus the environment provided by the universal human value in, say, this FDP, introductory FDP, plus the self-exploration of the teacher. That is helping the teacher to move to T+1 the next time. And with this sanskar, after undergoing this introductory, having explored into the post, find the natural acceptance, the teacher starts. Yeah. So this background, siblings, share incident from your something you have understood, which will connect why you volunteer facilitation as a career. This will be how this is going to explore. Teacher is going to introduce himself or herself. If I'm sharing my self introduction, I will do it this way. My name is Kumar N. I belong to a rural area in Kerala. The name of this Kuttanad is one of the three places which is by the United Nations as the globally important agricultural heritage system. So coming from an agricultural area, people give importance to agriculture. People make their living through agriculture also. My family is also like that, agriculture family. Then my educational background, I did my BTech in civil engineering from the University of Calicut, MTech in structural engineering from the University of Kerala. Then my PhD in structural engineering itself, and to be precise, in computational mechanics from the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, with a gold medal. So I can just go on like that. And my role in the college, university, and now currently I'm a professor and the head of the division of civil engineering in the Cochin University of Science and Technology, rural campus of the university. So like this, I can go on. Family background, wife, 2 children, elder daughter is studying for her BTech in civil engineering 3rd year, and younger one is now finishing his +2. He is my son. He's finishing his +2 and writing the entrance exam. He's also interested in engineering, so he is just waiting for the writing the exams and waiting for the results. And those my children are exposed to these proposals already. I have an opportunity to teach this universal human values to my daughter in her 2nd year. Now, incident from my life which helped me to volunteer. In fact, this volunteering came to me just by accident, I would say. So I have been attending this UHV 2 maybe more than a year back. So at that time, this the moderator was telling about this volunteering. So without understanding what is volunteering, I was telling that I have been volunteering for many things, for projects which are sustainable, self-sustainable, and projects which are very close to money in the nature. So many of my projects are like that. But then I said that I am ready to volunteer. And later only I realized the real meaning of volunteering, that participation in various projects as well as various activities of these universal human values. Okay, so I have decided anyway, I have committed for this volunteering. So I have started my volunteering through the this online FTPs. So it went on like that, that finally resulted in I sharing the values with you also right now. So I have got plenty of opportunities to share values, not only in my university or my institution, but at in the national level. And now the offline FTPs are also being conducted. I am also part of the volunteering team. Yeah, so in volunteering, what the benefit which I am getting is my self-exploration and my personal development. So when I say development, it is the development of right understanding, moving towards the complete right understanding, moving towards the achieving the competence level much better and better. So competence, what we say, is that share of imagination which is gathered by natural acceptance. So I try to see things through natural acceptance and try to achieve this full competence, full potential, development of full potential. So this is what we refer to as holistic development, from my current state of being to what I want to be. So in current state of being, I may be occupied by such several preconditionings or sensations, and my focus may not be on right understanding or relationship, but maybe on physical facilities, from where I travel or transform towards this what we refer to as this desired state, which is a human consciousness, where I see that right understanding is required, then a relationship is very important, and then I can give priority to the physical facility. So with right understanding, if I can see my relationships as well as physical facilities, mutual happiness and mutual prosperity will result, and I can act accordingly. So this is the desired transformation. This is what we refer to as holistic development. I can evaluate myself correctly and rightly, and I will be self-referential, I'll be self-confident. So if you look at some of the examples of the universities in the country where this UHV has been introduced many years, maybe many decades before, the students who belong to those universities are self-confident, and the placement is also 100%. And they are very confident about presenting themselves nicely. They don't require any kind of special training for the placement. They don't require any kind of special training or special class for their, say, anxiety management or stress management and the like. So this is the holistic development. If it is there, then they can rightly evaluate themselves. That is very important thing. So rightly evaluating oneself. And for that, the proposals are helping them. And that is resulting in what you call a success in life. But I would say this is right understanding. That is what is to be called a success in life. So placement is part of that. Developing skills is also part of that. When you are in harmony, the skills also will be rightly utilized, and acquiring skills also will be very easy once you are in harmony. You can work better. So all those things are there. This is not just like an advertisement, but I would say that there are tangible benefits to many students, and it is depicted by many universities also as examples. So the institutions in the country are coming up just like that. So these are some of the deliverables of this UHV. Now, this is just to introduce myself, and I am a co-explorer with you. I'm a faculty. I'm a co-explorer with all of you to discuss this content of universal human values for the next 15 sessions. I don't know how many hours will be taken, maybe like 25 hours or more than that. So I'll be your mentor starting now till you leave the college. So this is what we can tell to the students in the institution. Nice. So then we go to the introduction of the students. Now, if there are some students in the attending this program, they can introduce themselves in this line. So what we do usually in the offline workshop is this: we let the students to speak to the person who is on the left or right. Okay, maybe sitting on the left as it is given here, and introduce him or her to that student. And then the person who is, say, these two students, maybe like we can make like pairs. So the two students who are introducing to each other, so if A is introducing himself or herself to B, then we can introduce A on the stage, and A can introduce B on the stage, like that. So like that we go, because in the first year, the students may not be very familiar to each other. So if you start with this kind of an exercise in the beginning, it is a good exercise for ice breaking also. So let one person know, at least one of them, and this will continue then after the session. This will just continue just like that. So name, place from where he or she belongs to, the department he or she has joined, one hobby or interest, family background, parents, siblings, how he or she relates to family and society, aspirations in life, expectations from education. So along these lines, a student can introduce the other student in the offline program. But in the online, because the students are sitting individually at their home or with their devices separately at their sectoral places, they can introduce themselves. That is what we do. So now I request a few of you to introduce. If there are students, they can introduce first, and then teachers also can introduce from their side. We will just go as if we are going in the SIP, UHV in the SIP program. Yeah, so mics are provided to many of you. We'll make it like a UHV session in the SIP program. Many participants are there, so if some of you can introduce by yourself. Particularly if students are there, they can introduce them first. Then we will go to the teachers also. You can volunteer. There is no kind of persuasion, no kind of calling names. So initially in the classroom also it is difficult for the students to come forward. But when one or two students start, they will just come forward. Yeah, somebody has unmuted, I think. Yeah, I'm just giving mic to those who do not have mics. You can introduce yourself maybe along this line. If you are a student, if you are a teacher, you can use the other slide. Yeah. Yeah, Amresh ji, you have unmuted. So I cannot recognize whether the participants, some of them are students or teachers. So anyway, we will start just random. Yeah. That's fine. Amresh ji, over to you.
Yeah. Bhaiya, I'm audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can use this slide then. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, myself, Amaresh Patil from Gulbarga, which is northern part of Karnataka. Basically, I'm a civil engineer by profession, and then done my post graduation and doing my PhD right now. So I'm specialized in structural engineering and teach for MTech students in my college. With my family background, I am being blessed with two daughters. One in final year engineering, computer science, and the other child is studying her, just given her 10th standard examination, CBSE. And yeah, basically with UHV coming into my life since 2022 March as a content that I should help the students to understand the subject which was newly coming into with NEP in all engineering colleges. So with that intention, I was trying to understand the content, and so that the right proposal, the right way of how it is to go with the students, so that their exploration can be initiated as a teacher. So that was been understood very late, but not at the initial stage of when I started understanding the content. But right now, I am trying to revisit all those proposals. If at all I am there connected, I know if at all if you are there in an environment where you want to live with these values, because I know or we try to understand ourselves that the content is always there in the knowing part most of the time, but I do not live with that. So living is possible only when I try to stay with this content, understand and share with the people around. So with that intention, I am there on this platform. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Hope this could initiate the others who explore also to speak about themselves. Thank you. Thank you, bhai.
Nice, Bhaiya. Thank you so much for the introduction. Very nice. If you can connect any incidents by which you started your volunteering, it also will be very nice if there is some incident like that.
Yeah, basically when I tried to fill those feedbacks whenever I had done my UHV introductory or UHV refresher 1 and refresher 2, there are a lot of things that go into my thinking, that what really where I can hold the hands with the UHV, and at all most of the time I just withhold myself, thinking that there's not a right time to do it because something is their own priority for me. So I just didn't opt for much of this volunteering, but still, as I'm being connected with this content, with listening part right now and trying to understand it in a better way, and rather than understanding, I believe that it is trying to observe within. So that part it is keeping up most of the time. But with that, I try to share now and then with this weekly meetings and all that. But not much with real volunteering as such. It's not yet come to me still. It's still in a waiting for me. I know that as such, I cannot stop myself, because I know this is also when I am trying to make a on priority on what I should really do. Most of the time, this holds on a higher priority for me. I am trying to check myself, so it is there juggling around. But I know this is what is going to be as a development for myself. So myself, it can develop only with the right understanding and the right feeling within. So that is what is on the card, and that is what is the way that I want to look myself within. So that's how it is, Maya. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Thank you so much. Nice sharing. So in this line, anybody, any other question would like to give their sharing? Yeah.
Namaste, Sunilji.
Namaste.
May I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Once again, namaste, good evening. I am Dr. Madan Singh. I am basically belong from Uttarakhand. Means I am from Uttarakhand, which is Almora district. My education background is that I am PhD in management, MBA, and UC NET qualified in commerce and management. And my role in college, in present college, I am in BM College of Technology and Management, which is situated in Gurugram, and I am working as an assistant professor of management, and also working as an additional duty, which is head of the Department of Management. My family background is that my father was in Airport Authority. He was in government service. Now he is no more, and my mother is taking pensions, and we are 6 brother and sister, 3 brothers and 3 sisters, and I got married, and I have 2 children. And incident of my life is that I did become in 1995. I was good in my studies, but I was belong to the my father was in government service, but he was not earning so much that time. As you know that means earliest in the before the persons who do government jobs in 3rd or 4th class, they are not getting very much salary. They were getting a little salary. So I was from the poor middle family members, and after doing my BCom, I did not study further, and I started working in a company, and where I worked about 12 years. I was there, senior accountant there. After it, I did my MBA from IFCA University, and my thinking towards was on educations. Means I was working as an accountant for 12 years. I wanted to change my professions. I want to learn more. I want to add my education more. So that is why I did MBA from IFCA Business School. Thereafter, in 2012, I did UC NET to become an assistant professor in any college. During this, I joined Delhi University as a guest faculty in DCSE, Delhi College of Art and Commerce, which is in the list of top 10 colleges in the university. After in 2012, I enrolled for PhD in management, and during Corona, the PhD was delayed, and due to this, I am this time I am the only persons uh, who are earning. But as I was doing my PhD, I could not do a full-time job anywhere. So I have to take guest lectures in a colleges, or I get means one lectures where I get from 1,000 from there 1,500. So it was hard to fulfill my needs and my family needs. And however, but in during Corona wave, means COVID-19, it was very it was not a pleasant time of my life. But I uh, came out from my house and started serving to the people. I work with the SHO of the area, and people of our area made me the RW president there, and I'm involved in social work. And during Corona, I distributed rations, foods, etc., which is supplied by the DCP of our area. After it, during this, after submitting my thesis in 2019, I joined Sant Haridas College of Higher Education as an assistant professor. I get some extra income. I get a good salary from there, and I came in a streamline. After in 2022 last year, I got my PhD in management. Thereafter, I joined DM College of Technology. Now, I think that why I joined UHV, because I joined UHV means here I see that people of various states are joining it and are attending the FTPs. And as Sunil ji and Parshik ji and one or two or more हैं दीदीज, उनका नाम अभी याद नहीं आ पा रहा, but so I think that now I am attach myself with the knowledge person, the brilliant persons of India. Means मुझे लगता है कि मैं ऐसी कम्युनिटी में जुड़ गया हूँ जो अच्छे नॉलेज हैं. So that is why I am taking morning sessions. Also now I am volunteering in FDPs, and also I will I have joined I am from the management department, but I have also joined BTech department also, and I am taking this second semester, fourth semester में, third fourth semester में mandatory जो HRV है, human resource values का subject, I am taking that subject also. And one thing is that I was not I know English, I can speak English, but there is some थोड़ा दिक्कत वगैरह मेरे को हो रही. बट एज यू मैं आप लोगों को देख रहा हूँ, सुन रहा हूँ, तो थोड़ा इंक्रीजमेंट आ रहा है. आई विल सर्टेनली इम्प्रूव दैट थिंग. दैट इज व्हाई. नाउ थैंक यू. दैट्स ऑल.
Thank you, Madan Singh ji. Nice and I would say natural kind of a sharing that you had, and this kind of sharing is in fact will be helping the students also to share things naturally. They will also share the incidents in their life very naturally, and that will be enriching for others also. Very nice. Though we have given these indicators, I mean, briefly they can stick upon to this, but when you share an incident, it can be as natural as possible. Nice sharing. Thank you so much. So you can be as you are volunteering now, we can try for this demo presentations also in the weekly meetings, and slowly you can become like a resource person. You can become a resource person maybe in a few months' time. This opportunity and possibilities also.
Yes, I will. Sure, I am working it. I am studying the content, or I hearing the content very carefully. So I am working on it, and I will surely one day I will be a resource person along with you.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank
Thank you. Now we can listen from Anuji. Anuji, namaste. Anuji wanted to share. Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
Good
Anuji.
evening, everyone. And to just introduce myself, I'm Dr. Anuranjani, and I'm from Chennai. My educational background is I have done PhD in tourism, and my role in my institution is like I'm the UHV coordinator right now in my university. So I make people to register, and then I give them the inputs on this program. And there have been quite a few batches which I had been the coordinator all these time. But one thing I would like to say is like my UHV 1 and UHV 2, there was a very short span of time in between these two programs. So it's something like before I could analyze and think more, I had enrolled for level 2 and I have completed that also. So in that case, I would like to share the two reasons why I have taken an initiative to attend this session right now. One is something where when I was attending the program, when the resource people were explaining, I had so many questions in my mind. How can this be? How can that be? No, that's not practical. So I used to get lots of questions in my mind in both level 1 and level 2. Even in level 2, I was not able to accept so many explanations. But after completing both the level, when I was trying to apply it in my real life, I was able to see a major difference in the way I was communicating with people, especially in my work atmosphere, where I used to be a very stressful person in the sense like I used to be very perfect in my work. So until I get that perfection, I'll be like a little stressed and then the time will be running out. And 24/7, the work will be running in my mind. This was previously before UHP. So even after coming back home, I'll be thinking this has to be sent mail, that has to be done. Tomorrow I have to follow it up. So I've never had a break from my career. I should honestly say that. But after the UHP, I should say that I could see the difference between a weekend and weekdays, between my work and my personal life, which was something really great, which I have not experienced all these time. So to be very honest, that was the reason I wanted to get more connected with UHV so that I can gain even more as a co-explorer. This was the main reason. And the second reason is where the people who are the resource person, they were really ultimate. Like how much ever the questions we come up with, the level of their explanation, the patience they had in explaining, the politeness, it was something which I should honestly admit that we don't get it in a regular span of time, like unless and until we are forced to do something. But both the program, all the resource person, they were triggered by the participants here and there, I should honestly say. But still, they have not even gave up that impulse even for a fraction of a second. So in that way, I thought I wanted to be like them, one among them. So maybe I thought like in a span of co-exploration, maybe not exactly like you people, but maybe to some extent, I think I can bring a change in myself. So these are the two reasons I really wanted to be connected, and I hope I could be able to go with this journey further.
Nice, Anuji. This is very specific and very focused upon this sharing. Very natural also. Good. The two reasons which you told are very important, not only for you but for many others also. Very nice. Which university are you from, Anuji?
I'm from Bharat Institute of Higher Education, that's based in Chennai.
Deemed to be university.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, nice. Very nice.
But another thing I just wanted to add, if I'm not taking time,
Please.
one day after UHV, like I started traveling out in a very relaxed pace. That's a great change in me because that work will be running in my mind. Preconditioning, right? What we come across in UHV, like we always think that tomorrow it won't be exactly that way, it won't be that way. So I keep thinking about the work and the people, how they will respond, how they will react. But now I'm with an open mind. I'm able to accept the competence level of the people, and still I'm able to communicate to them in a very peaceful manner. So my weekend is also like very fruitful and effective. I'm able to relax myself. Thanks to UHP for this.
Very nice. Keep exploring, Didi.
Yeah,
You
thank
said
you.
you are stress-free now. That's very good to
Exactly.
copy something. Nice. Thank you. So this sharing, if you can give to the students also, they will also just try to see that there are changes which I can see in you, and they will also just follow if they can see the change. Nice.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Ranganathji has been unmuted. You want to share something, Ranganathji?
Yeah, just a few minutes, sir, if you permit me.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, good, sir. As all of us know that I am Ranganathji, sir. I come from a place, a pilgrimage center, the abode of Lord Venkateswara, that is Tirupati in Andhra Pradesh. It is both rural and urban place also. And I did my biological sciences graduation and Master of English Language and Literature from SV University. Now I have been on the roles of professor. I have been teaching English in Engineering College, Siddharth Autonomous College. I have two children, sir. One daughter, she did her graduation and post-graduation in my English, and she is now in USA. And one son, sir, he is Deputy Commissioner, Commercial Taxes, Government of Andhra Pradesh. He lives in Vijayawada. I've been sharing these values, universal human values, to my children also, to my wife also. One important, that is about my family background, sir. I have no parents. I lost them. Then I have seen some incidents, sir, in the past, that some people are subjected to affliction, insults, and somehow I don't know the reasons, not to be expressed. I felt that lack of values. Unless until to my best to take these universal human values to the minds of the people to be followed, to establish good relations, good thinking, right understanding. And unless until I feel that physical facility, if it is recognized and natural acceptance, they can go for anything. This another incident in my life, I have been listening to some spiritual discourse of the great people, might be I call philosophers or spiritualists, who spread these human values to establish humanity in the society. And my first joining is almost 2 years back. I started my journey. I can say very strongly, all the words, UHV content, they struck my heart, sir, deep rooted in my heart. When I saw those incidents, I decided to spread these human values before this, because I teach essence of Indian traditional knowledge for the first year students there. I read the ethics also and the Ithihasas also, where I learned so many things. What I have been getting from our UHVs. I have completed UHV1 and the refresh course part 1, part 2, and UHV2 also completed, awaiting for certificate. And I want to share that I have a lot of change in my demeanor and dispositions. Previously, I used to lose my temper. I used to get anger because of if something, somebody, some work is assigned. If it is not done properly, I used to bombard them. That is, I understood after sitting with UHV, learning content, it is right. It is because of right understanding or under evaluation and otherwise evaluation. I adjusted, sir. I feel that it is my lighthouse, beacon light, to lead my life well. and making others to lead their life well also. Not only to live with human values, but also leading the people with human values. My commitment, a deep commitment, is to train the students' attitude by teaching, inculcating these human values. I have been doing it. I have been volunteering. I am proud of myself to be as one of the family members of UHV. So I always like to be co-explorer, learning something from the great resource persons like you. And my aspiration is to spread all these things to my best, to far and wide. I'm sure that I will do it, sir, because my commitment, my competence also am developing. Plus self-development is there. And I have to sharpen it, to sharpen my students, those who trust me, and they laid their hope on my teachings. Not only subject, but these universal human values. I love the word, sir, that is glory, affection, excellence, love and affection. So that all words I gave to my students also to be followed. I really thank UHV team and AICT for making a part of this valuable programs, spreading human values. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, Dr. Sunil.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes,
It has been always an encouragement for all of us also, apart
yes,
from
sir.
your students, I would say.
Yes,
Because
sir.
in volunteering, you are like a pillar. Like
Yes,
a
sir.
backbone.
Thank
Always
you.
there. Always
Yes, sir.
there.
I love to have doubly benefited. I listen to the questions of participants and I listen to the answers of the great, good, nice resource persons. I love to be a member listening to both. And I establish myself to that extent level, which makes me. So finally, I would like to, it is a beacon light and it is a lighthouse for my life. UHV continues. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Rangnaji. I would like if any of the students who have joined today, if they would like to give their sharing. Yeah, Sheila ji, namaste. We can go with you.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Sir, I am Shija KL.
Shija, okay, thank you. Yeah.
And my native place is in Kerala, but I am born and brought up in Dorkala. And my educational background, I did my MTech and PhD from NIT Rourkela, and currently I am working in VSSUT, Burla, which is in Sambalpur. It is also in Odisha only, nearby to Rourkela. And my family background, my husband is working in agriculture department of Odisha. He is also belonging to the native place of Kerala only. So actually our parents were earlier working in Rourkela steel plant. So in that way we came here. And I have my one son who has appeared for this class 10th ICSE board. And now he's enjoying his vacation in my in-laws house. And actually, I have been nominated from my department. I'm working as an assistant professor in this department of ETC, Electronics Telecommunication Department. And so in our department, I have been nominated to attend this program. So in the month of April, I have attended this UHV 1. And now I am intending to go for the UHV 2. That registration process also I have completed. And since there is a growing unrest among students in the hostel actually nowadays, so our department also told that yes, I must go through this volunteering process and I must learn it sincerely so that I will be able to guide the students and lead them to so that I can help them in leading a good path actually, because most of them are aggressive, and also so many things, incidents have already occurred in our college.
Mm.
So our institute has now appointed so many faculties from different departments to attend this program, so that we can guide the students, so that they can lead we can lead them to a right direction.
Yeah.
So
Nice, Srijaji. Nice to hear from you. I think I hear from you for the first time. Maybe when did you
no,
attend?
in UHV one also I was active.
Okay.
I talked to you also several times,
Oh,
and
nice.
Aparajita madam was also there. And it was nice talking to you all, listening to also, because you were calmly and with so much patience, you were able to answer to all the queries. But now also I am in that stage. I don't think I am still ready to face all those things, face or give explanation to all those problems. If someone asks me also, because some now also I have got several questions are there when I think I fail. But I think after attending this, completing the course of UHV 2, I think I will be able to handle myself better.
Yeah, very true. You can join this weekly meetings also and ask these questions to the resource persons.
Okay,
To
sir.
be there. Yeah, that's a good thing. Are you attending the weekly meetings?
Yes, sir. Sunday also I have attended.
Very nice. Very good. Very good.
From Sunday onwards, I have started.
Yeah.
Sunday, 3 o'clock, there was a meeting. And this is the second session.
All right. So please continue attending the weekly meetings. So that will get you connected to the content, as well as you can get an opportunity to ask your questions also to the resource person. Very nice. Thank you.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So thank you so much for this introduction. So this is how we go, like, very natural to the students, and the students also, if you start with very natural and like make it like a family atmosphere, they also will come up with their own explorations, maybe reluctantly in the beginning, but slowly they will come up with their sharing, and that will ease out the situation. So then when we go to the second session with this home assignment, will be able to go very smoothly, and with interaction we can go. So at the end of the first session, this is you can just continue this for maybe like I'm just speaking to the teachers right now because no students have shared so far. Anyway, so after this sharing from the teacher and the students, maybe for like 30-40 minutes, we can give this assignment towards the end of that. So this assignment is, I mean, for today also we'll be having this assignment, and next Wednesday we'll be discussing about this to start with. So get to know as many of your batchmates as you can. So now you have been introduced to just one of them. In the offline mode, we do that with just one-to-one interaction, and A will share the that of B, and B will share the whereabouts of A, just like that. Now you can get connected with many of your batchmates, and you should be able to introduce at least 5 of them in detail in the next class meeting or the next meeting of next session of UHV. You can say like that. Then the most important thing is, for self-development, we can make a list of your aspirations, expectations of your family and friends, and the hopes you see the nation has from you, achievements in your life, concerns, fears, confusions, questions, etc. You can make it like a table, like you see over here: aspirations on the first table, achievements on second table, or the second column of the table, and concerns on the third column. So we also will do that for the next 1 week, and we can write down this in our UHV notebook. You can help all your students also to join the next meeting. So this is just introduction part only. Next meeting, maybe next Wednesday, we will start with this aspirations and concerns. How to see this aspiration, how to evaluate these aspirations and concerns, and what is the basic human aspiration. So this will be covered in the maybe next couple or 3 sessions with taking time. So if you can let your students also join, there are many teachers who are assembled over here, and many of them have shared also. If you can give the link to the students, they can join even without registration. So they can join the meeting live, and they can share their aspirations, concerns, their achievements, etc. in this platform. And it will be a good platform for them to see the proposals and verify them through the natural acceptance. Yeah, so with this note, let us conclude for the day, and we can keep this as our homework. Yeah, I won't go to this. Yeah. So with this, let me conclude the session. Thank you all dear co-experts for your active participation. Over to you, Parishji, for the conclusion part. Thank you. I think Jay is there. Yeah.
Gee, thank you. Thank you, Srinivas, and all the experts at this time. So we'll continue this discussion and really very nice sharing from all the first word. So let's call it a day and we'll meet again for the more and more exploration and sharing next week, Wednesday, same time. Thank you, everybody. Namaste.
Namaste, Bhaiya.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste, everybody.